All right, so I'm gonna probably title this video "Broke and Brand New," and so this is what I mean by that. Have y'all ever known somebody who always says they're broke, but they always got like some of the newest stuff? Like they always dress really well, they always got on the new shoes, they always got the new phone. You know, sidebar on the phone thing. Like I have an iPhone 12 right now, and I've always thought it was crazy to me that like when I watch stuff on social media, people's like phone quality, like their camera quality is always crazy good. And I'm just like, dang, either they got their own separate camera for content creation or they got the new phone. Like they have the new phone. But then you watch the video and be like, it's hard out here, dog. I'm struggling, dog. Like, how did you do that? Like, and that's the type of person I want to talk about today, because we all know somebody who, or have known somebody who does that. And I just think that's an interesting phenomenon in our culture, that we feel it necessary to upgrade, right? We always go to the next thing because we perceive that there's some utility there that can make our life easier. Yet we very rarely consider the costs in the grand scheme of things. And that kind of brings me to my next point of like, how do you really decide how you go about this, like making decisions on what does need to be upgraded and what doesn't? For me, I'm not trying to be broken brand new, right? I don't need to be brand new at all, to be honest with you. I could just have money and be old. Like that's cool with me. I still wear a lot of the old clothes that I've had for years. Again, my phone's an iPhone 12. Now, could I upgrade it? Could it make some difference in my life to have a phone that's a little speedier? Sure, maybe. But the efficiency boost is not worth the cost. Because here's the thing. I'm out of debt. I'm not about to go into debt for a fucking phone. Like, I'm not about to be paying payments on a phone. I'm not doing it. So the only way I'm gonna get a new phone is if I'm gonna pay for it outright. And the newest phone, I honestly don't even know how much that shit costs, but I know it's over, like, it's probably like $1,500 at least. Maybe the like small version is $1,200. I don't know. But I'm not paying that right now. I'm not doing that. I don't need that right now. So I'm gonna rock with this phone for a little bit longer, and we'll just see where it goes. Now, in the event this phone completely gives up, will I go buy a new phone? Sure. Then I got to. Now, I'm not going to just walk around without a phone. I'll do what I got to do. But the key is, I don't want to be broke and brand new. I'm not trying to stunt for the rest of y'all. Like, I don't need to have the best. I have the most functional, efficient thing for where I am, because the money that I have that I could spend on those other things is going to something else right now, something far more important to me. And so again, how do you decide? How do you make sure that you are not broken brand new? So for me, I have like two criteria basically of like how to decide whether or not a purchase is worth it. The first one is what I already talked about, utility, right? So is there a good enough case that you can make so that you can upgrade or get a new version of something that it would make your life like significantly, measurably better? So that's the first question. Would doing this make your life significantly, measurably better? And almost always for the phone conversation, the answer is no. Y'all will say, I already know someone in the comments is gonna be like, well, my phone used to stutter and now I could just do everything. Yeah, but you're not doing it for anything useful. Like, unless you're making some significant money off your phone, and then we can talk about like your phone as a piece of working equipment. But for most of y'all just got a new phone for no fucking reason. Let's just be real. Like, we don't need it, but a lot of us like to have it. It's shiny, it feels good. The box got all the chemicals that smell nice. I get it, I understand. But that is not utility. Utility for me is, do we get a measurable bump in the functionality that will increase the value of our life? If the answer is no, just stop right there. You can't get it. Don't get it. Because again, if you get it, you're going to be broken brand new. And now, second one is the money. If you have the utility argument and you have a good reason for the utility argument, the next question is, can you pay for it? And when I say can you pay for it, I mean, can you pay cash? after you've paid for all of the other things that life happens to throw at you throughout the course of your time here. So like when I say life, again, I'm just thinking about this. I don't just mean expenses. I know a lot of people confuse this. Like, well, I paid my bills, so I should be able to use the rest of my money. No. One of the bills you need to include is paying yourself. Did you invest money? If you didn't invest money this month, you can't afford to get the new phone. Like that's another thing we need to get used to, is life also includes investing in ourselves. And what's crazy about watching people be broken brand new is that the same people who have the nicest stuff seem to have the least resources. When you think about how many, again, just Apple iPhones, when you think about how many iPhones have been sold in a year, and that number has been going down, right? But it's still a crazy high number. How many of those people do you think have $500 in case of emergency? Legitimately, how many do you think? How many do you think could pay $1,000 if their car broke down tomorrow? But they got the phone, though. They can call somebody to tell someone how they broke, but they can't pay it. And that's the point of what I'm trying to say. You don't want to be in a position where you're known for always being the early adopter, but always being late on your own resources. There's just no good reason for it other than just saying, you know what, I'm addicted to the shit. The smell of the Apple box, I gotta have it. And if that's where you are, okay, the conversation's gotta be different. You got some things you need to figure out on your own. That's a different conversation. Now, for those of you thinking, well, you can make the argument that none of this shit is gonna meet your criteria of utility and expenses, so you just don't spend the money on anything. No, it's not true. And I'm gonna give you an example of where we have spent some money. Because I don't just hoard funds. I do like to spend money, despite what I'm sure a lot of you think. So, we just moved to Illinois. This house did not have a washer and dryer, okay? So, I'm sure there's lots of laundromats around here, but my wife just became a stay-at-home mom. Now, could she lug around let me just preface, my pregnant wife? Could my pregnant wife lug around our almost 4-year-old daughter and herself and all the clothes to a laundromat and figure it out? She could. But again, that difference of having it in the home and having a quality washer and dryer meets the standard for me for utility, because that means she's spending less time traveling and exerting energy and trying to corral everything and being stressed out than she would have if she didn't have it. So, utility, big check. All right, cool. Now, do we have the money? Well, yeah, we do, because guess what? We're still rocking iPhone 12s. We haven't been paying monthly on the shit that most people pay. So, when it was time to get a new washer and dryer, I looked at my wife and I said, get the washer and dryer that will make your life easiest. I don't care what the cost is. I want you to get the one that makes the most sense. I don't care. So she just went online, picked it out, and was like, that's the one I want. Great. That's what we're going to get. It's as simple as that. So I'm not trying to make the argument that you can't spend money on anything. I'm just saying that when you do, make sure it's something that actually matters. And when you do spend it, don't hesitate. It's okay to spend the money if you have it and it's going to better your life. But what you don't want is to be out here with all the new shit that's making your life just incrementally better, only to spend all of that efficiency you just got complaining about how you have no money, because like everybody else in this world, you are walking around big hat, no cattle, because you are broke and brand new. Don't be broke and brand new. That's my message for today. I will talk to y'all later.